Hello everyone, welcome into Farming Sim 2025. Today we're getting in and checking out the Simulator 2025 that dropped on the 12th. One of the new features here is it opens with a guided tour. So of course we got here covering the upper bar, which is pretty much the same. You got your weather, your date, your time, speed, and your money that you start with. And you get the mini map down in the left hand corner, and then of course our progress for our objective. Movement keys haven't really changed that much, still the same. We can look around here, pretty good. There are some performance issues starting with the game starting out. I've dug into the graphic settings a little bit. I've got it pretty stable from what I can tell. There's a black flash every now and then, and it's just, you know, brand new game. There's some performance issues still with it. We'll see patches as we come. I've got my graphics set the best that I can from what I've found thus far on it. There might be some new changes that come out later on, but until then, let's kick back and enjoy this tutorial walkthrough. All right, so we're coming right over here to our grandfather. One of the new features here is that now there are some people that you can start conversations with around the map. So we'll hit R to conversate.
Welcome to our lovely farm, kiddo. I'm glad you're here to continue the family business. The fact that you're about to take over the farm makes your pops quite happy, not gonna lie. When your father told me on a visit that he didn't want what I built here, I thought that was it. He even called it a dung heap when he left in his fancy suit. And then he stepped into manure on the way to his car. It's okay that he does his own thing, but I thought I had to sell the farm. Thanks to you, it can stay in the family. You don't know what that means to me. Otherwise, your crazy uncle might have turned it into an amusement park with the main attraction of catching chickens on the fields or something. Anyway, let's not talk about that just now. I can tell you some stories later. And just so you know, I'm not out of the picture just yet. I'm here if you need me, just like your friendly neighbors you should talk to sometime. They're nice people, a bit strange perhaps, but still delightful in their own ways. So, do you want me to give you a quick tour?
Yes, give us the tour.
Let me show you a couple of things. Ease you in. There will always be people to help you out, but it's good to have done all the steps yourself, at least once. Right next to the farm, we're going to work on a field. There's also a big tractor with a cultivator. I'll walk you through how to operate it. I can't wait to see you get started.
All right, so we're going to head over to the tractor in the barn here. Oh, look, Grandpa's already over here waiting on us.
Are you ready to roll? Then hop onto the tractor and attach the cultivator. It's just to the back.
All right, let's go hop in the tractor, connect the cultivator.
Just like that. Exactly. Now we do the work. Meet me at the field over there.
All right. We got our Challenger here. Grandpa can move pretty damn fast.
Here we are. So before we can sow anything on the field, we need to take care of the stubbles, cultivate it, prepare it for the next season. Otherwise, the grain will not grow very well. Lower the cultivator and drive straight ahead. It's easy as spilling milk.
All right. So we hit that, B to lower the cultivator. back up here so we can see, and off we cultivate. Lower it down. One of the cool things I like compared to 22 with 25 is you actually, the tractor, it actually takes the weight of the tractor and apparatuses in farm equipment to effect, because you can see used to we just had, tire marks. Well, now the tractor will actually leave divots into the ground. So there's actually a divot from the tire trail you can see with this, which is a pretty cool little update to the physics of the game. Turn around here, drop it on down, and here we go for our next pass. We're gonna get the passes done here, and then see what else we got with this guided walkthrough.
Good. We're done here, kiddo. Now drive back to the garage and get out the seeder. I'll meet you there. Now we change tools, kiddo. Get rid of the cultivator and attach the seeder. Now you need to attach the seeder. Drive back slowly. That's how it's done. The sewing machine you just attached is empty. But don't you fret, I just went to the store. Next to the shed you will find a big bag with seeds. Get over there to fill the seeder.
All right, we'll get our seeder filled up here.
Well done. Now you're ready to go. Last week I cultivated a field over there. Cultivated fields are ready to be sown. It's pretty straightforward. Drive the machine to the field and meet me there. We'll bring out canola.
All right, looks like he's over here in this field. Hello, over here, deer.
Here we are. One thing you need to pay attention to is timing. Plants need to be sown in specific seasons. It's midsummer. It's the perfect time to sow canola. In any other period, you might want to switch to a different kind of crop. You can always check the crop calendar. First, we need to prepare the seeder. Choose the canola seeds, as the big bag is filled with all kinds of seeds.
All right. Left bumper. We hit the Y button.
Seeding is easy.
Canola.
While seeding, straight lines are important though. Go back and forth to bring out the seed with as few gaps as possible. At some point, you'll have to buy a big bag of seeds at the store to refill it. But now you can use what you've got. Now, you only got to switch the machine on and lower it to the ground.
All right. Get lined up here with the field. All right. Lower our seeder. Turn on the seeder.
That's how it's done, kiddo. Oh, by the way, always keep an eye on the weather. According to the weather forecast, it's going to rain soon. That's perfect for canola, but not as good for the wheat on the other field. If you want to hire a helping hand at some point, you can. We're done here. The helper will do the rest.
All right, we're gonna hire.
Good
Ashley
job.
for this field.
Field
He's
workers
gonna
are a
finish
great
sowing the
support
seed
if
for
you're
this
busy
field.
and cannot finish the job in time. Now get back to the garage and get out the harvester. Let's do it quickly. I'll meet you there. There you are. How do you feel? Are you up for something exciting? Because we'll do the harvesting next. There's a ripe field that needs taking down. Are you still up for it? The header for the harvester sits on the trailer attached at the back. Let's meet at the field, okay, kiddo? But drive carefully. That machine is a beast.
All right, we're gonna head over to this wheat field. Wheat, with the wheat. This here's another cool feature that they added. Now you can have your own little. So you got like a roadside farmers market. So any goods that we grow, like fruits or vegetables or eggs and stuff like that, you can have your own selling point that's a lot smaller than having like a big old factory or production point. So we're gonna cross the street here. Here's our wheat field.
So let's do this. You'll need to prepare the machine. With a combine harvester, the header cuts the plants. Those headers have different widths, depending on the size of the combine. Go detach the trailer. Then drive the harvester with its front to the header and attach it.
All right, so we're gonna detach the trailer. We're gonna flip around here.
Good, you're almost
That's
set
our
now.
header.
Before you can start harvesting, the grain tank needs to be unfolded. Do that and bring yourself into position on the field.
All right, getting lined up with the field here. Get unfolded. We're gonna lower our header. And we're gonna turn on the header.
You can see that the field is nearly done already. I was feeling a little wobbly in the knees earlier, so I left it for you. Thought you might want to try it out anyway. All you need to do is to steer the harvester into the field. Unfold the tank, start the harvester, and do the rest. With a combine of this size, harvesting takes some time. But soon you will be able to buy a bigger one. Now go at it and show the crop who's the farmer.
All right, let's start doing our laps here on this harvesting. Our Massey Ferguson. We got that pass done. No, I forgot to turn off my strawer because I don't have a baler right now, so I was spitting out blues for straw. Guess we'll just have to pick up some, won't have to buy a baler to handle that. There's a new change with how the balers are done now. We'll get into that once we get through all of this. Thought it missed a little bit. Didn't. Scoot her out just a little bit. harvesting.
Nice one, kiddo. That's it. You have my blood in your veins, after all. The harvester has a limited capacity to store the crop. Now we need to unload the wheat onto a trailer to sell it. Prepare your harvester for unloading by unfolding the pipe.
Alright, we're gonna finish that. There we go. Lift our header here. And we're gonna pipe out.
The pipe will start extending, and the wheat will start to pour out automatically. But we're missing something, aren't we? There's no trailer here just yet. Go get the trailer in the garage.
Alright.
Come back to the
grab
field
our
so we can unload.
trailer here. Back in the Challenger.
Empty the tank of your harvester. Pull along to it on the driver's side of the harvester. When the trailer is in the correct position directly below the pipe, the harvester will start to unload automatically.
Like we're unloading here? Yes, we are. She's unloaded.
Neat, huh? Wait it out until it's unloaded. Well done, kiddo. You can either store the crop in your silo or you can sell it. This load I promised to a vendor friend of mine. He's already waiting for you. So all you gotta do is drive the tractor with the trailer to his unloading station. Now drive to the grain elevator to sell the wheat.
Alright, we're gonna drive over to the grain elevator, sell the wheat. No wait, this trailer doesn't have a cover on it. It's gonna blow grain all over the road as we're driving there. Through the property. here. I like that the menus are like a black and green now. It's a lot easier on the eyes. School bus. We got that big old bridge going into town here.
This is one of many selling points. If you don't like the prices you get on the market, you can also store the grain in your farm silo to wait it out. Sell your goods later. But now, let's get to it. Drive the trailer over the tip area and unload.
Tipper.
Well done.
There we go.
At some point, you'll do this in your sleep. Now, let's go back to the farm, shall we?
All right, we got a tip. Let's get back to the farm. Nice populated area, nice traffic. Love the graphics here. Looks like there was an update in the graphics for the game. See our farm ahead here. Hop out of the tractor here. All dirty. She'll need a bath here soon. Let's go talk to Grandpa, see what he has for us here.
You're back. Splendid. I started wondering if you joined your father. Well, where were we? Right. You've seen the most important steps on the field now. There's always more to do, like yield improvement, liming, fertilizing, weeding. Those require special equipment. Next thing is gaining a bit of a feel for everything. I'll just leave you to it so you can try out a few things. You don't want your old grandpa meddling with your business all the time, do you? But I'll be here if you need anything. If you want more detailed info, you can also ask Ben. He has been one of my most trusted helpers in the past. He will gladly explain a lot of farming techniques. Now, get to farming. Dung heap indeed. You'll do just fine. This farm is your farm now.
All right, successfully finished the guided tour. Thank you, Grandpa Walter. So that is the guided intro to Farming Sim 25. Now we're going to look at a couple of things here. So check out the menu. Here's the map. What map is a pretty good sized map for the American map. Of course, we are right here. Looks like we got this big field and these 3 small fields here. Another cool thing I like is the crop types, rather than just in 22 where it just showed the image and you had to figure out what exactly the grain is. Now it tells you what the grain is. So rather than have to guess what it is based off the picture, it actually tells you. So it's a lot easier to look at the market, see what the prices are for things, see what things are on the map that are growing. So they brought back that color coordination with the image of the plant, but now it also tells you what that plant is, which is really, really nice. Of course, you got your growing seasons. Right now we're in August. Canola is being planted, and it looks like we are harvesting wheat, canola, oat, potatoes, rice, sorghum's in harvest. It's the end of the season for poplar. It's also harvest season year round for it. Like grass and oil seeds are also being sown right now and harvested. Then of course we have our animal menu. We have 3 animals right now. There is a difference between cattle. You have your dairy cattle and you have your Angus cattle. So you have to pay mindful of that. With your Angus cattle, you will not get milk production. This is to, raise them, feed, and sell them off for meat. And of course, we got our contracts. Looks like nothing's really changed with this as much. It does look like there is time limits for everything. This one's you got tree transports now. What is this? Rock removal. We actually have rock removal now, which is a pretty cool thing. Got harvest, so they have some new jobs now. You got rock removal, wood transport, tree removal. You have all your production sites, what they can produce. And here's the market, how the market looks for everything right now. Now, looking over here at the store has changed up a little bit. So now we have these categories like before. So you have your small tractors, your mediums, your large tractors, your trucks, miscellaneous, and then used to you had a menu with all vehicles and then all the the attachments and trailers and everything. Now they have everything centralized in one place, and they broke it down into different categories of drivables. Your loaders, so your front loaders, your telehandlers, wheel loaders, forklifts, the attachments that go with each. Then you have your different types of trailers, your soil cultivators, and then you got your seeding, your seed categories, yield improvements for weeding and liming and all that. You have your combine harvesters, your forage harvesters, your grasslands, so for your hay baling and everything, or for cutting and all that. And then you have your balers. Then you get your root crops, your vegetables, your special crops. So rice is one of the new crops. Let's see what there are a couple other new crops. You have like spinach. Spinach is a new crop. You got peas now, green beans. There's your rice tools. Of course, your sugarcane, cotton transport, your olives and grape harvesters, then your animals, and then you have all your forestry equipment, and then you have your miscellaneous, your weights, your winter equipment, belt systems, miscellaneous trailers, and then your objects, so your big bags, your big pallets, your pallet tanks, your pallets, your cat bells, and you got your chainsaw, marking spray, your pressure washers, and your hand mower, and then brushes for horses. Now, I did mention earlier that the baling has changed a little bit. Whereas the in 22, you just bought a baler and it came with everything you need. Well, that's changed with 25. So with now, so we have our balers here. Now you actually have to buy twine and buy wraps for your balers. So you can come empty, or you can preload some onto the buy it preloaded. But that goes for the square bells, round bells, and your silage wrap. You actually have to buy bell wrap now, and you can customize like the coloring of the bell wraps and all that. But that is under consumables, where you can buy your wraps, your square bell twine, and your round bell twine. So that is one of the big things with the new farming sim, is you actually have to buy your wraps and twines for your bellers. Your silage additives you have to buy. And then of course you have your different seed pallets and everything like before, so not much has changed with that. And of course you have your quick packs. Basically, if you want to go and grow a specific type of crop or anything, you can come into your packs and it will give you equipment suggestions to buy to get you started in growing those specific crops. Of course, we have our used dealership, our used vehicles as before. And then the mods that we have added on, I have just a couple here. The couple of medium tractors. You got, I believe these are falling under the medium tractor category, which is a AGCO Elias Series 9700, and then the John Deere 7810. Then we have the Coonventa and for cultivating and sowing, and then we also picked up the Nord's HK 3030 used to seed crops like wheat and barley and cannoli. So we have a couple mods here, and then of course the DLC mod pack, the MacDon pack that came with the pre-order. One other mod that I did get was the government and state subsidies. So it's just a sign that you put out in the yard, and you'll get payment. You'll get a specific amount paid to you each month because you are a government subsidized farm or state subsidized farm. So still brand new game, still a lot of mods coming out with it, a lot of new features to it that we're going to slowly explore. Some other features we'll explore later on down the road. I don't think I'm going to keep the cattle. I think I'm going to get rid of the Angus cows and instead maybe do chickens or something. They did add a new animals like the water buffalo. We have goats now. So probably going to change that out for chickens and do egg production. Maybe get a greenhouse or two going here for the farm. And yeah, we're going to customize this place to our liking. Now there's ours. There are new features when it comes to, I gotta figure out my keys here. Here we go. All right, so you get the animal dealer. So, you know, like I said, you got your cow. You have to specific cows will only are the only types that can do milk. So your Holsteins, your Holstein cows or your milking cows. Also the brown Swiss are milking, and then of course your Angus, your Limousine, and are your meat cattle. And then there's the new animal and the water buffalo. And we had tab over, we got different types of pigs that you can get. And see, we got sheeps and goats here. So here's your different sheeps. And then we have goats, which can also produce milk. We got horses once again. Then here are our chickens. And that is all for the animals. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. Of course, you got your wardrobe, vehicles, farmland, where you can go to purchase farmlands. Looking at our construction, they've changed this up a little bit. So everything is now shifted out a little bit. They categorized it so it's a lot easier to make your way through the different types of menus versus 22. So you got your silos, silo extensions, constructibles. So with the constructibles, you'll actually when you actually place them on the ground, you actually have to go and get the materials to build it and build out that constructible, which is a pretty cool feature that they've added to 25. Of course, we have our containers, our tools. Throw a we're gonna buy a pressure washer, and the pressure washer you can actually push around and move with in 25, which is pretty cool. We're going to grab a weather station to increase the forecast availability, give us more accurate forecasting. Right now, the vehicle workshop is the only workbench to be able to repair vehicles on your farm. Though, of course, thing is pretty big, though. And then, of course, you have your different types of farmhouses. I'll explore these some more. See about. Wonder if there's any constructibles. Yep, building comes as a kit and must first be assembled, deliver the required materials to construct the site. So these are like houses and stuff, which is pretty cool. Wonder if I wonder with this one if we actually have any of these houses that you can actually go inside of. Be nice. That's one of the mods that I love the most. Look, we can even build a silo house. That's pretty cool. Of course, another change that we have here with when it comes to animals, some of them you can actually customize the placement of the field. So like you see how this comes over and down. Well, some of the animal storage facilities you could actually customize how you lay out the fence. And then we have our factories, of course, and then selling points. This is what I was talking about earlier. We actually have smaller selling points. Whereas in the past you had these huge, giant selling points. Now we have smaller ones that it's a lot easier to fit them. Like debris crusher. Here's the debris crusher. Here's the small farmer's kiosk. We actually have smaller facilities that fit into the aesthetic of the farm a lot better. Here's a bigger one. But yeah, you can have roadside kiosks now for selling points. And then we have our greenhouses. Now we have now the game comes with like mushroom greenhouses that have the blackout curtains on them, so it makes it a lot easier to we don't have to have a mod for that. Then we have our small tarp greenhouses, and then of course your regular greenhouses. Of course, we have our grapevine, olive, and rice field cultivation. The rice field, maybe we'll get into that during our time as farming, maybe not, but you can just just select it and you'll place the corners of it, and it will divot it in, put a pump there for you to be able to pump water in. And then of course we have our generators that generate money. One of them I'm going to throw down is the government subsidy. So we can select how much we get each month. So that's the federal government subsidy, and this is state, which is 4,000, 40,000. Once we get to 400,000, it goes to government, or 4 million. So that is the government subsidy. Then we have our other money generators, and then of course you have your fences. Like before, we have a couple new lights that they've added to light up your property. Other types of storage sheds and buildings that you can use to decorate with. And then of course the walls like before, and then we have our sculpting and painting and our trees and plants like before. But yeah, that's our first look at Farming Sim 2025. Thanks for hanging out. We're going to be having a mix of both YouTube content, and I'm planning on streaming this game a lot. Like I said, it's still very early in its life as a fully released game, so there are still some graphical, glitches here and there. I'm sure there's going to be many updates to come, but until next time, we're going to sign off from our farming adventures tonight, and we'll be back one day. Take care, everyone.
We'll be back one day.